Hello everyone, my name is Faith Motegi and Parenting Conundrums is my platform through which I communicate to you matters parenting, matters child development, and also some interesting perspectives about life. So thank you so much. Kindly subscribe and also keep up with me on Tuesdays, on Thursdays, and on Saturdays concerning parenting aspects, concerning the inner workings of my mind, and Sunday school home edition respectively. So, and that is on my blog it's called faithmotegi.wordpress.com. So follow me on that. And the topic that I want to talk about, I will elucidate, fancy words, yes. I will explain more or even offer more tips on my blog that will be up tomorrow morning. That will be Tuesday the 26th. I had to check the calendar because nowadays the days are merging into one. So the question or the topic for today is children and sexuality. Sex and sexuality. Even saying the word itself in a public forum in front of your children, if a soap opera is taking place and there's a kiss scene that is happening, the materials left, right, and center, the billboards, even being sold for a pencil, being sold for a car, there has to be an element of sexuality to it all. So what are we doing as parents? What are we doing as guardians to help our children mature and be respectful adults, as in spite of all the information that is clouding them, that is being directed their way? So today I just want to give you a few tips. It's going to be an ongoing discussion. This one definitely is an ongoing discussion, the same way that you should look at it as an ongoing discussion with your child. From the first day they ask you a question concerning sex, sexuality, their body parts, that is when your relationship with sex and sexuality starts, and you have to maintain that conversation until they are 18 and above, or until they leave your house. So basically, if your child has not asked you a question concerning their bodies, has not asked you a question concerning sex, who have they asked? Especially if they're 6 years old and above. Yes, I know even when they're younger, they may ask you. But why am I saying about 6 years old is because they have now gotten into the education system. Yes, despite the COVID element or situation that we are in right now, but by that time they're being socialized. They have gotten out of this bubble that is family, and now they have other influencers, people who influence their perspective on life, the information they are getting. And that's why teacher alisema, when you say abcd, when it comes to the little ones, and you say it in the wrong way, the way we were taught A, B, C, D, yes, they may sing that, but teacher alisema. So if teacher alisema, so that means even their friend will say something. And there's this other friend called social media. What are they getting from those platforms, the people that they look up to? So basically, if your child has not asked you a question concerning their body parts, concerning sex, have a conversation, because it is part of human nature. It is part of the childhood curiosity. A child is curious about things. So if they're curious, how comes I cannot get into the TV to go and see so and so, or to be part of that cartoon? I'm pointing in that direction because the TV is on that direction. If they have asked you about why eat chips than why they should not eat chips and eat githeri, all those questions, they have asked you questions, but they haven't asked you about sex or sexuality. Start a conversation. It may be uncomfortable, but you need to start that conversation. And in light of the fact that children are now having more free time, that free time, if it is not structured, can be directed to content that may scare you when you find out that they have access to it. So the thing about it is, yes, they may get that information, but at least let them be informed. And the dilemma is, should I talk to my children about sex, about drugs, about whatever else it is, won't I be giving them hints of what to do? But you would rather jump into a swimming pool knowing how to swim than figuring it out on the spot. That's how I look at it. And even for you as an individual, if you want to find out something, you're always being told, Google it. How sure your child is not searching some terminologies, and that may roll over to other things, which we shall discuss in coming days. So I just want to give you a few tips. It's not easy. And please, I acknowledge the fact that it's not easy. Reason being, I have personal experience. I have been asked out of the blue, like, why do I have, it was my, let me not even say who it was, because they may watch this and I don't want to put them on the spot, but I have been asked questions. And it was on the spot, it was on a holiday, it was bath time, and I was the one on duty, and all of a sudden a question came in, and I'm like, where did that just come from? And I had to answer on the spot with the basics that I had. So I am literally giving you a virtual hug because it is not easy. So let's see. Tip number 1, please develop mutual trust. How do you develop this? If a child asks you any question, yes, there are some which look like, why on earth are you asking me? Remember, a child is curious. So if they have been asking you questions, or you have been promising them this and this, please keep your promises. Give them factual information depending on the child's age, which is another topic that we shall look into as we go forward. So please develop mutual trust. This is now by having conversations, letting them know that they can come to you concerning questions that they may be having about their friends, about themselves, and that kind of thing. If they ask you something about their body, seme, sasa wana tabia mbaya, because how you relate to that question, how you act, how you respond is going to shape how they view their bodies. So is it a bad thing to have the body parts that they have? No, they were built, they were made, they are fearfully and wonderfully made, and they have a reason. So explain it, but don't go into graphic details. Don't become an infographic. Just, you can answer, you can even throw the question back at them, like, by the what do you know about this? Okay, what exactly would you like me to tell you about, or can we even have this discussion later? So develop mutual trust. If the child knows that they can come to you for any question, whether it's about cooking, whether it's about studies, whether it's about their clothes or anything, then these weird topics, they will also come to you. Okay, good. Number 2, encourage a healthy dialogue, which they merge together. I know it is easier said than done, and as I mentioned, whenever I suggest something, please pick what can work for you. You know your family best, you know your setup best, you know your child best. So this is just information I share with you, and then you see how best you get through to your child. A healthy dialogue means that you have time. I am not brushing it off. I am not lying to you the way you were told that you were bought in a supermarket, that or the stories that are shared on what these fairy tales, that the stock dropped you off and that kind of thing. Be a healthy, truthful dialogue. The other thing is, please look at the age level of your child. That when I said about the graphic details, if a 6-year-old asks you, where does a baby come from? You don't go to a biology encyclopedia and show them all the aspects about the female reproductive organs and the male reproductive organs. Don't shock the kid. No, they'll be like, hey, all that is in me. So you can ask, why, like, you ulifikiria kuhusu hiyo, or what information do you already have? If you don't have the information, tell them, by the way, sasa tutenda, let us go and look more into it, isn't it? Why do I have a susu, whatever terminologies that you give? Why do I have a susu and my sister doesn't have a susu? That's why now when it comes to primary school, maybe they're going for swimming or whatever it is, so they have seen either their sister or their brother. There are differences. Why do I have this and the other one doesn't have? Tell them the Lord made us different. The man, the boy has different organs, both inside and out, and the girl has different organs, both inside and out. Then keep it. If they go away and they don't have something else, breathe, which is my last point. Breathe before you answer. Please breathe. Don't think that the very fact that a child has asked you why they have a penis and why they don't have a penis means that they want to engage in sex. Breathe. Your mind has taken years to evolve. Your child's mind is evolving. Yes, they may know some things, but breathe. Look at your child. Ask the Lord for guidance. If you're not able to answer that question there and then, let the kid know. Nasembea, kwa sasa, wacha tumalize hii. Then, after you finish all this, we shall talk. If you need to rush to the internet and get a suggestion, call me. Yes, you can. If you get my number, or just send me a WhatsApp. If you can reach out to somebody and say, by the way, huyu ameniuliza hii swali, what on earth do I do? Please breathe, because you found out about your body organs one way or the other. They are also doing the same. So, as I conclude, please create a healthy dialogue, develop a sense of trust, stay relevant to the child's age. Don't give them everything at once. Just take a minute and breathe. And as much as possible, reach out for support to others for support. That's where I come in. That's where your friend comes in. Those who have already parenting groups, that's where they come in. Others have been asked that question. How have they handled it? You're not the first. You're not going to be the last. It's not going to be it's the first question. It may not have happened yet, but it's also not going to be the last. So how do you bring in your child into a world of information such that whenever anything crops up, they are well informed? So, sex and sexuality, when it comes to children, look out for my blog post tomorrow. That will be Tuesday, the 26th of May. I have to check again. 2020. This year is going to show us things, isn't it? So thank you. Let me love you and leave you, and all the best as you tackle the new week, the new day, the new hour, whatever the case. Okay? Thank you so much, and kindly subscribe. Bye-bye.